Number 2.
Tonight on Tom's Over Schools Today, we will take a look at your upcoming weather.
And as always, we have a look at some of the events from around the district. Tom's Over Schools Today starts in 2 minutes.
$626,000 investors.
That's how many people SIPC has helped since 1970.
$505 million.
Over $500 million. That's how much SIPC has made available from its reserves to help investors.
Over $15 billion.
That's how much SIPC has made it possible for investors to recover.
What is SIPC?
It's the Securities Investor Protection Corporation.
An investor's first line of defense in the unlikely event that a brokerage firm fails.
It doesn't happen very often.
But when it does, SIPC is there for real people.
Like me.
And me. And me.
And you.
Take the time to learn more about SIPC at www.sipc.org.
Hello and welcome to Tom's Over Schools Today for Monday, March 4th, 2019. I'm Alexia Evgeniu.
And I'm Brooke Dudar. Later on tonight, we will check out your weather and we take a look at another special teacher from High School East.
But up first tonight, we take a look at our elementary schools and our elementary happenings segment.
Starting off elementary happenings, all students be sure to wear your school colors and support your school every Friday.
Let's take a look at today's random fact of the day.
Hi, I'm Julia Harold and this is your random fact of the day. Did you know that 123 million cars are being driven down the U.S. highways?
You've probably heard of the Momo challenge, the undermining image of a woman with bulging eyes and a creepy smile popping up on YouTube telling kids to harm themselves. It's fake, this is all a hoax, but Sasha Ledinger tells us the thought is enough to scare kids.
It's something no child wants to see.
I just closed my eyes and my eyes were thinking that Momo challenge was right there.
Momo, the online hoax causing a call to police.
But who made them? Who made them? A witch? A skeleton?
No, just someone that was mean.
The little boy you hear on the other end of that call, 5-year-old Giovanni Pedroza.
We talked to him about the challenge, Momo challenge, so if he sees her, for him to come talk to us.
Momo scaring Giovanni so much, he wanted to report her to police.
Because I don't want the Momo Statue Challenge to come here.
So he called 242 cops.
It's not real. And if anybody asks you to do anything like that, you always tell your mom and dad.
The dispatcher, Natalie Gurule, making sure he knew he's safe.
Are you going to find her?
Yes. We're going to find out who did it, okay? But that picture that you see, that's not real. It's just pretend.
And today, the two met for the first time. Natalie showing Giovanni around the police department. The little boy now understanding.
That Momo's challenge is not real.
And on top of that,
what do you want to be when you grow up?
A police.
He has a badge and patches to go with that, and even a flashlight and a teddy bear to protect him from danger.
It's time to take a trip around the world in our 60-second road trip. Can you guess where we are today?
Junior wearing a high school nose. I was just trying to
I did.
But if you never try, you'll never know just what you were. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you.
I principal says politics played no part in disciplining students who displayed pro-Trump materials at school. He says they were disruptive and stirred up a scene. A mom of one of the students says that's completely false. Ryan Sims reports.
You know, we're living in memorable times when even teenagers are getting passionate about politics.
They were just taking simple pictures. They weren't disrupting anything or causing any kind of disruptions.
Yet the principal here at Perry High School insists disruption is exactly what caused this controversy. In this email sent to parents today, he said a group of students caused a disruption at lunchtime and then stirred up more trouble after school. For what it's worth, no students were actually identified in the email, but parents like Jennifer Ferris say it only involves teens who support President Trump.
They wouldn't have ever said anything to those students if it would have been Obama and they would have been supporting Obama. If it would have been President Bush, it wouldn't have been an issue.
Perry's principal said that only one student actually facing disciplinary action this weekend and that it has nothing to do with politics. Jennifer, though, insists all pro-Trump students here were targeted and all of them were accused of wrongdoing, including her daughter.
For the school to come out and say that the same group of kids that was disruptive at lunch is now being disruptive after school is completely false.
Perry High School's principal did not give details about why a student here is facing trouble. This Monday, though, we're told that that student will learn their punishment and if they'll actually be suspended.
It is now time for us to take a look at the dictionary.com's word of the day. Today's word is quadplex, meaning fourfold, quadruple. And now for today's sentence. Casey attempted to do work, but spent most of her time playing with the quadplex.
Now we are going to take a short break, but coming up we take a look at our intermediate happenings.
And we also take a look at your weather, so stick around, we'll be right back.
Hello? Ken, I'm busy right now.
That's the way we get by, the way we get by. All that's the way we get by, the way we get by. That's the way we get by, the way we get by, the way. That's the way we get by. That's the way we get by. We found a new kind of dance in a magazine. Try it out, it's like nothing you ever seen. Your sweet talk like a cup, you know it. You bought a new bag of pots, so let's make a new start. And that's the way to my heart, the way to my heart. That's the way
Gotta get that. Oh, I must be careful there. Well, that's a nice picture.
Come on, Anna.
Okay.
Foreclosure doesn't affect just you. It affects your whole family, too. If you've fallen behind on your mortgage, we can help. Call 1-888-995-HOPE, because nothing is worse than doing nothing.
Starting off intermediate happenings at Intermediate North, school apparel is available and on display in the front entrance of the building. Order forms are available in the main office of the school.
It's now time for our environmental tip of the day. Each day we will bring you a tip that will help save the environment. Let's take a look at today's tip.
Book it. Dr. Seuss's 1971 book, The Lorax, stars a creature who speaks for the trees against those who'd cut them down. Talk about the message with your tykes. Book matching plush doll, $5 each in Kohl's. I need to know when we're coming up. We got to do that again.
Every day on this show, we will be bringing you a tip of the day. So stay tuned tomorrow as we give you another way to help save the environment.
A woman is dead after a rock fell on top of her in a popular hiking area in Utah. Elle Thomas has the latest from the scene.
It was thought to be a rescue operation near a popular hiking trail at Stansbury Island, quickly turned into a recovery.
This is a normal area for people to come up hiking, so this is just an unfortunate accident.
Tooele Sheriff's says a 37-year-old Salt Lake woman was hiking with her husband and a friend.
They were on their way back down on the trailhead to the Stansbury Mountain here. She stepped on the rock, this rock started moving, her foot got caught, she fell over in front of the rock and the rock slid over on the top of her.
The sheriff's office believes the woman died on impact, her body trapped underneath the massive rock.
4 foot by 4 foot by 2 foot thick. It's way too heavy. They've had 3 or 4 people try to move it off of her at one time and they couldn't budge it.
The recovery extending after dark as snow continued to fall and crews faced further challenges from the terrain.
At the point where we have to stop driving, it's another 1/4 mile and it's very steep terrain, so it's a lot of hands and feet hiking.
It's now time for another break. Coming up later in the show, we will take a look at your high school happenings.
Tom River Schools today. We'll be right back.
And suddenly, it's hard to breathe. Now and then, I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed. I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Load up on guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello, 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 hello. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now, entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertain us.
Starting off our high school happenings, attention students and staff, the school store is now open to serve you. We are stocked with all your Raider apparel needs, including Champion and Under Armour brands. The school store is open every day after school from 1:40 to 2 p.m. We also have Yoo-Hoo, Snapple, and water for $1, as well as many delicious snacks to get you energized for your after-school practices. Stop in soon. It's time to get Raiderized.
A new pizza shop in Indiana is now offering pizza with a purpose. The business is helping the homeless. Melissa Crash shows us how.
Tom and Angie Wilhelmy go together like dough and sauce.
That's a forget about it.
Their love for pizza and helping the homeless started a few years ago when they moved to Greenwood from Chicago.
Every other weekend, we were making 12-inch individual pizzas for each homeless person.
They found a way to combine their two passions by opening Agape Pizza in December.
Come on, we're going to give you a lift up.
The Wilhelmys only employ former homeless people living in transitional housing, like Milford Weeks. He went from living in a tent on the White River.
Being on the street, it really is nasty.
To transitional housing, then to making pizzas, a job that's turned his life around.
Get them back up to where they feel human again.
And that's why the Wilhelmys do it. They don't take a paycheck. Instead, 100% of the tips go directly to the local ministry, Tear Down the Walls.
Instead of always being turned down for jobs, you've got the job, don't worry about it.
For Tom, he knows the struggles firsthand.
For a couple of weeks when I was transitioning from selling drugs and running a gambling operation to trying to go legit, I was homeless myself.
The Wilhelmys want Agape Pizza to be a new beginning for their employees.
There are 15,000 homeless people around Indianapolis, and there are not enough people to love and help them back up.
And it is amazing pizza, but that's a whole nother story.
Let's now stop in with Miss Chatton, a chemistry teacher here at High School East. She's been teaching here for the last few years and does an amazing job.
I'm Sophia Sakowitz for Tom's River School today. Miss Chatton is one of our newest chemistry teachers. Let's take a look inside her day.
So the chlorine and the hydroxide are going to switch spots.
I went to Rowan University because I knew that they had a really good science program, and as a chemistry major you needed to have a strong background in chemistry, so Rowan was the best choice.
Double my coefficients. So I'm going to put a 2 in front of CC.
In high school, my high school chemistry teacher sparked an interest in me to want to pursue chemistry. Then ultimately I became a teacher.
GNO3.
I love it here. It's a huge family experience. I coach 2 sports here. I coach field hockey and lacrosse, and I just feel like I belong here, and I'm really happy that I'm here.
Bromine is by itself.
I think I live for the light bulb moments when someone doesn't understand something and then that light bulb finally goes off. That's probably the best feeling in the world.
State of matter denotation we put for water all the time.
Wow, Miss Chatton is such a great teacher. From Tom River Schools today, I'm Sophia Sakowitz.
Attention all students, the homeroom with the best attendance for the month will win a free breakfast.
Looking for community service hours while having fun? Volunteer to be a tutor at Eastover, Cedar Grove, or Hooper Ave Elementary after school for an hour at your convenience. Please see Mrs. Fitzgerald in W30 or M22 for an application packet.
Let's now take a look at what grinds our gears.
Hi, I'm Abby, and what really grinds my gears is when people walk slow.
Elaine's going through it.
It's now time for us to take a short break. After the break, we take a look at your 3-day forecast.
Tom's River Schools today. We'll be right back. Let's now take a look at our 3-day forecast. Coming up tomorrow, it will be sunny with a high of 34 and a low of 15. For Wednesday, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 27 and a low of 12. And for Thursday, the clouds stick around with a high of 32 and a low of 17.
Wrapping up tonight's show, a Louisiana student's mistake went viral and led to the opportunity she never really considered. Caitlin Lovelady applied the wrong college and tweeted about it, but she never expected the response she got. Haley Higgins spoke with her about the filed report.
Needed a change of pace when she applied for community college. She typed in SLCC, submitted an application, paid a fee to what she thought was South Louisiana Community College.
It's just like oblivious. I go and I fill out everything and it was just like, oh, okay. Didn't realize till the very end of the application process that it was Salt Lake City.
She sent out this quick tweet on Wednesday. I just applied for SLCC for summer classes, only to realize it's Salt Lake Community College in Salt Lake City, Utah, instead of South Louisiana Community College. Goodbye, $40. She had no idea Utah would take notice.
I wasn't expecting to get that much attention from it. And when you look at a tweet, you can see how many people have seen it or profile clicked it. And I had over 30,000 interactions with that tweet.
The tweet caught fire, with most people saying the mistake might be fate. The Utah National Guard replied, "Best mistake you'll ever make." Lieutenant Governor Spencer Cox retweeting, "Caitlin, we don't know each other, but trust me when I tell you that might be the best $40 you've ever spent."
I was surprised. I was like, the lieutenant governor. I was like, that's kind of a big deal.
Thing that is constant throughout is how much people love Utah, and they all wanted her to have an experience, to come here and see this beautiful place.
Salt Lake Community College's Sarah Reel said the mistake happens a lot on social media and have offered to reimburse Lovelady. Meanwhile, a Utah businessman offered to pay her flight to Salt Lake City for a campus tour.
Whether she chooses to come to Salt Lake Community College or Southern Louisiana Community College, we're just excited she's pursuing higher education.
Remember, if you have a story you would like us to cover,
or if you have an announcement about an upcoming event, please send it interschool mail to the TV studio at High School East, or you can email us at tv21@trschools.com.
Also, be sure to tune into TV21 throughout the day to catch this show as we bring you stories from around the district. Also, please take a look at our website, www.trschools.com/TV21.
Well, that's a wrap up for tonight's show. For Tom's River Schools Today, I'm Brooke Dudar.
And I'm Alexia. Jen, you have a great night.